Sarah Ferguson could move into Princess Beatrice's granny annex after Royal Lodge eviction. After Sarah Ferguson and Andrew Mountbatten Windsor were told to leave Royal Lodge, the former Duchess of York was rumoured to be heading to Portugal, but a new report hints she may stay closer to home. Sarah Ferguson is rumoured to be moving into a newly renovated annex property at Princess Beatrice's home after she and her ex-husband Andrew Mountbatten Windsor were told to leave Royal Lodge. The former Duchess of York lost her title and privileges and also her home on the Windsor estate, when Andrew was stripped of his royal and dukedom titles over his years-long friendship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Sarah was rumoured to be considering a move to Portugal, potentially relocating to the Costa Terra Golf and Ocean Club, which is often dubbed the Hamptons of Portugal. Princess Eugenie, Sarah and Andrew's youngest daughter, and her husband Jack Brooksbank already have a home there, and 39-year-old Jack works for the developer who built Costa Terra. Formal notice to leave Royal Lodge was served on Andrew, 65, last month following more talk of his friendship with Epstein, and just days after the release of the posthumous memoir of Virginia Gifford, one of the most high-profile victims of Epstein. Virginia, who took her own life 6 months before the book hit shelves on October 21, included an allegation that she had 3 separate sexual encounters with the former Duke after being introduced to him by Epstein's girlfriend at the time, Ghislaine Maxwell, in 2001. Buckingham Palace announced on October 30 that King Charles' younger brother was to lose his style, title and honours, and had been served formal notice to surrender his lease on Royal Lodge, a 30-room mansion in Windsor Great Park which has been his primary residence since 2004. Sarah, who divorced from Andrew in 1996, moved into the home although they reportedly lived in separate parts of the main house 4 years later. According to a report in the Mail on Sunday, 66-year-old Sarah may now be considering moving into a newly renovated granny annex in the grounds of Princess Beatrice's Cotswolds estate. Beatrice and her husband Edoardo Mappelli Mazzi bought the stunning countryside pad in 2021 and live in the main home with their children Sienna, 4, and Athena, who will turn 1 in January. The source quoted in the report claims the granny annex seems to be ready to move into now, and adds, "Just today, the road was blocked for a delivery of propane gas bottles for the annex. That coincided with the first cold snap of winter. So, clearly, the arrival of someone is imminent. It may not look like much of a palace on the outside, but I bet it's stunning inside." Meanwhile, Andrew is expected to move into a new home on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk the new year. The BBC's former royal correspondent Jenny Bond told the Mirror this week that he feels humiliated and angry at being forced to leave Royal Lodge. "You have to remember that he has consistently protested his innocence," she said. "Therefore, he feels wronged. But the reality is he now has just a few weeks left before he has to leave Royal Lodge, which has been his home for more than 20 years. The former Duke is also facing some serious pressure from U.S. legislators who have accused him of remaining silent after a call for him to undertake a transcribed interview as part of the investigation into the Epstein scandal and the government's handling of the issue. He was requested by the U.S. House of Representatives to open up about his relationship with Epstein, who took his life in 2019 in prison while awaiting trial for various conspiracy and sex trafficking charges. But after saying they had not heard from him by the November 20 deadline, Democrats Congressman Suhas Subramaniam and Ranking Member Robert Garcia issued a formal statement stating, "Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's silence in the face of the oversight Democrats' demand for testimony speaks volumes. The documents we've reviewed, along with public records and Virginia Roberts Giuffre's testimony, raise serious questions he must answer, yet he continues to hide. Our work will move forward with or without him, and we will hold anyone who was involved in these crimes accountable, no matter their wealth, status, or political party. We will get justice for the survivors."